This weekend, Ben Affleck returns as our favorite accountant on the spectrum, Christian Wolf, in The Accountant 2. Well, let's talk about it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Was It Good? My name is Bob, and today we're going to be talking about The Accountant 2, starring Ben Affleck, Jon Bernthal, and directed by Gavin O'Connor. Now, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, but I would really like to know what you thought about the film, so feel free to spoil away in the comment section below, and let me know what you thought of this movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you see the first film? And if you haven't seen it, I'd really like to know what your interest level is. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and support the channel by hitting subscribe. Now let's get to the review. When an old acquaintance is murdered, leaving behind a cryptic message to find the accountant, Christian Wolf, a man with a talent for solving complex problems, is compelled to solve the case. Realizing more extreme measures are necessary, Wolf recruits his estranged and highly lethal brother Brax to help. In partnership with U.S. Treasury Deputy Director Mary Beth Medina, they uncover a deadly conspiracy, becoming targets of a ruthless network of killers who will stop at nothing to keep their secrets buried. Now, I didn't see the first film when it came out because the idea of Ben Affleck playing an accountant seemed kind of boring to me.
I have a pocket protector.
But after seeing the trailer for the new one, I went back and watched the first film and realized he was something very different. So with several actors and characters returning, I was really looking forward to watching this. Was it any good? First off, it was fun to jump back into the world of The Accountant, and they really did a good job of expanding on that world. There were certain ideas and characters from the first film that were expanded upon, and it was cool to see Christian Wolf really try to grow as a character, and Ben Affleck returns to this role. He's still got all the quirks and traits that he had because of his autism, but it was kind of nice to see this character attempt to grow as he put himself into what would be socially awkward positions for him, and to see him try to grow in those situations I thought was kind of cool. Also, ideas like the Harbor Neuroscience Clinic and seeing that expanded upon, I thought was a lot of fun. It does take some suspension of disbelief, but I really enjoyed that aspect. And seeing several of the other characters return was a lot of fun for this film. Next, I think the action looked pretty cool. At the end of the day, this is an action sequel, so you expect the action to be bigger, bolder, better, and I think for the most part that it is. The final fight sequence at the end of this film, I actually enjoyed it more than I did the first one. To me, the stakes felt higher, and I really enjoyed what they did with the big shootout at the end. I really enjoyed it, and I thought that they did a pretty good job for the most part with the action throughout the film. But what makes this movie what it is the relationship between Christian Wolf and his brother Brax, who's played by Jon Bernthal. For those that are fans of the Punisher series, he's basically Frank Castle light.
Hey, gosh, that's great to hear.
Both Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal have great chemistry together on screen, and they're basically in this buddy cop type of movie, even though their characters are brothers. It was a lot of fun to watch these two interact, and they have some really fun conversations.
I'm getting this dog.
No, you like the idea of a dog.
Anybody who has a dog likes the idea of getting a dog. It's why they got the dog in the first place.
It's hilarious watching them interact with one another, and because of Christian's autism, they have real difficulty showing each other compassion. But watching these two characters grow together as brothers was a lot of fun, and they have some great action scenes together. So this is what makes the movie, the relationship between these characters and the chemistry between the actors. Now, there is a big issue here that I wanted to mention, and that involves the plot. It is extremely messy.
You suffer a stroke.
Maybe so, because there were times I couldn't figure out how certain events related to each other, and I felt like we were just jumping from plot point to plot point, and at times I was a little lost as to what was going on, and then it was like, oh, okay, now we're here. So I do want to point out that the plot overall was a little messy. Now, I don't think it necessarily hurt my enjoyment of the film, because again, what makes this film is the relationship between the brothers and the chemistry between the two lead actors, but I did want to point out that this is a messy plot. Real quick, before I get into my final thoughts, I want to go ahead and remind you to go ahead and check out the other videos on my channel. Maybe I've reviewed something that you're interested in, or something that you've seen already and you'd like to let me know what you thought about it. Also, for those that are interested, I do have another YouTube channel with a couple of my friends where we put on a show called Dad's Turn to Talk. This is an opportunity for three dads to get together and talk about the things that we want to talk about, including movies, sports, pop culture, and have a little bit of fun at each other's expense. The link to that channel will be in the description below. Final thoughts. Was it good? I thought this was a good time at the movies. I had a lot of fun with this one. It is messy, but like I said, the relationship between the brothers and the chemistry they had together is a lot of fun. Also, this had a lot more humor than I expected, and so because of that, I actually laughed at several points. It had some good action, and overall, I had a good time with it. If you've seen the first account and you liked it, I think you'll enjoy this one. If you haven't seen it and you do like action movies and buddy cop types of films, then I think overall you'd probably like this one. So go check out the first one first and then come and watch this one. Now, if you're still watching this long, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.